Good, happy Monday evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Talk Show. I hope you all had a wonderful Monday. My Monday was good, and wow, we're on to a new week ahead of us. We have good things to talk about for this Monday on the Riley King Talk Show, so we're going to begin in just a minute. Hopefully you all had a wonderful weekend. My weekend was good, and it went by fast, the weekend. Wow. Crazy how the weekend flew by fast. Now we're on Monday and the work week. So let's begin with our talk show, the Riley King Talk Show. Let's talk about your National Day calendar. Today is National Bean Day. National Thank God It's Monday Day. National Couple Up Day. National Shortbread Day. National Technology Day. Wow. Thank God it's Monday, everyone. How many of you heard about what happened in Iran and the latest and all that news that's been happening in Iran and how the U.S. killed the leader of Iran and things? Let's take a look at the latest video. President Trump's new threat to Iran in case of retaliation. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
In Iraq and Iran, an African terror group which pledges allegiance to Al-Qaeda attacked a U.S. military base in Kenya. One American service member, 2 Defense Department contractors were killed in the attack. Al-Shabaab claimed responsibility. And in the face of these new threats, President Trump is lashing out with new threats of his own, taking on Iran and Iraq, taunting Congress. Cecilia Vega is at the White House with the latest. Good morning, Cecilia.
George, good morning to you. President Trump has long said that he does not want to see endless wars in the Middle East, but this latest threat brings us closer than ever to conflict with Iran, and Democrats want to know why now. They are demanding to see evidence of the White House's claim that this attack on Soleimani was a response to an imminent threat. This morning, President Trump is back at the White House and threatening a swift and potentially disproportionate response if Iran retaliates. But despite the escalating tension, the president and his aides insist killing Qasem Soleimani was the right move.
It's very clear the world's a safer place today. Qasem Soleimani no longer walks the planet.
The president also threatened to target 52 Iranian sites, some of them important to Iran and the Iranian culture, if Tehran strikes back, a potential international war crime and violation of the Geneva Convention. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo in damage control mode.
Why is the president threatening Iran with war crimes?
Yeah, we'll behave lawfully. We'll behave inside the system. We always have, and we always will.
But just hours later, President Trump saying the exact opposite, telling reporters, quote, "They're allowed to kill our people, they're allowed to torture and maim our people, and we're not allowed to touch their cultural site? It doesn't work that way." The New York Times reporting military leaders were stunned when President Trump decided to kill Soleimani, top brass viewing his death as the most extreme option they presented to the president. And according to the paper, initially President Trump did not take it, but he changed his mind after seeing news reports of Iranian-backed attacks on the American embassy in Baghdad. Some Democrats lashing out, saying the White House has yet to provide proof of its claim that Soleimani's death was in response to an imminent threat.
Look, everybody knows that Soleimani was a very bad, despicable guy. There's no debate there. But the claim of an imminent threat, they have not supported.
Any military action requires congressional notification, but President Trump now says his tweets should serve as formal notice to lawmakers.
It's President Trump raising his middle finger at the Congress.
Speaker Nancy Pelosi announcing the House will vote on a resolution this week to limit the president's military actions in Iran, calling the attack that killed Soleimani provocative and disproportionate. And President Trump is now threatening Iraq. He told reporters overnight that if the country goes through with this parliamentary vote to end foreign military presence in the country, he will make Iraq repay the U.S. the billions that he says it spent to build an air base there. He says we are not leaving unless they pay us back, and that, quote, we will charge them sanctions like they've never seen before, George.
So, Cecilia, in Congress right now, Nancy Pelosi, you said, is going to be pushing for a vote to forestall any new military action. You have Democrats also continuing to raise questions about it, that intelligence, whether it really showed an attack was imminent.
Yeah, George, so far the administration has kept its reasoning for this attack on Soleimani classified. Well, now two top Senate Democrats are demanding on the White House and the president to immediately and completely declassify the information. We're talking about Chuck Schumer and Bob Menendez. They wrote, quote, an entirely classified notification is simply not appropriate in any democratic society. George, we also heard the same thing from Pelosi over the weekend. She called this move highly unusual.
Cecilia Vega, thanks very much.
Okay, and there you go. So, what do you think about all the latest on that whole issue that is happening with U.S. and Iran? Comment below and let us know. We want to hear from you. So, how many of you watched, last night, the 2020 Golden Globes? If you did, let us know. Comment below and let us know. Let's take a look at the Golden Globes 2020 highlights. Watch the best moments. Let's take a look at those good moments.
Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. So...
Ricky Gervais opened the 2020 Golden Globes with a wild monologue, but the night was also filled with so many other memorable moments.
I also have to thank my partner in crime, LDC. He's an all-star, he's a gent, and I wouldn't be here without you, man. I thank you.
The speeches from the stars were the best, like Brad Pitt, who revealed his nickname for Leonardo DiCaprio when he won for his supporting role in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He also made a Titanic joke.
Still, I would have shared the raft.
And ex-Jen Aniston looked on supportively the whole time.
The world, the internet, everyone is waiting. They're hoping for this moment where you and Jennifer run into each other so they can take their picture.
I'll run into Jen. She's a good friend.
Tom Hanks got emotional accepting the Cecil B. DeMille Award.
A man is... Sorry. A man is blessed. A man is blessed with a family sitting down front like that.
Joaquin Phoenix also got a little choked up as he thanked Beyoncé Rooney Mara after winning Best Actor for his role in Joker.
Rooney,
The female winners had fierce political messages.
We have to vote in 2020 and plead for everyone we know to vote. When it is time to vote, please do so in your own self-interest. It's what men have been doing for years.
Other stars spread awareness about the Australian wildfires.
Australia, I love you. My heart goes out to everyone who is suffering in Australia, all the animals that we've lost.
When one country faces a climate disaster, we all face a climate disaster.
Hey, is everything okay? Because I know that your house was threatened by the fires.
Yes, our house is okay. Obviously, it's day by day right now in Australia. So, but as we said, we're so concerned, we're so worried. We love our country, and so we're all hoping and praying, but we're in it together.
Things got a little weird a few times throughout, like when Ansel Elgort took the stage to announce Best Original Song in a Motion Picture.
Here are the nominees for Best Original Song.
And when Elton John won that category, he almost took a tumble. We also loved all the mini reunions and cute friendships we saw. Reese Witherspoon and Joaquin Phoenix, who starred in Walk the Line together. Reese also posed with her Big Little Lies co-star Shailene Woodley. And legends with legends, a.k.a. Meryl Streep and Helen Mirren. And how cute is this pic? Taylor Swift and Aquafina. It was also a big night for Fleabag and Succession.
I'd like to also thank Obama for putting us on his list. He's always been on mine.
Do we owe this all to Obama?
He made a lot of things happen for a lot of people.
It is pretty cool when he says you're one of his favorite shows.
Yes, I mean, he's one of the most impressive people in the world, so to have that stamp of approval was really exciting.
Fleabag took home the award for Best Comedy or Musical, while Phoebe Waller-Bridge also won Best Actress.
How good is the party tonight going to be?
Amazing. Wild. It's going to be in a vodka gimlet.
Get a vodka gimlet now.
Succession won Best Drama, while Brian Cox took home an acting prize.
It's one hell of a party tonight, isn't it?
Oh, it's a hell of a party tonight. It's a great party tonight. And that's the great thing about it. It's a really good party.
Do you renegotiate tomorrow, or do you give them like a week before you renegotiate?
I will renegotiate in probably about 4 hours.
There you go. And I watched some of it last night, and then I needed to go to bed. And now let's take a look at the celebrity birthdays for today. And happy birthday to all of these celebrities. We hope they all have a wonderful birthday. And that's gonna wrap it up for this Monday edition of the Riley King Talk Show. I hope you all enjoyed watching this Monday edition of the Riley King Talk Show. Have a great rest of your Monday, everyone. I'll see you back here tomorrow for another edition of the Riley King Talk Show. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone, and goodbye.